Hello boys and girls, I hope you're all having a very good day. Okay, so before we get started, what I want you to do is make sure that you've got a glass of water ready for a drink. Make sure that you've got either a gymnastics mat or a yoga mat or that you're on carpet. I want you to make sure you've got lots of space around you to do all of the different exercises. And I want you to make sure that you are doing all of the exercises properly and you are picking exercises that aren't too challenging for you. Also, make sure that your parents know where you are and know that you're doing this video so that they can come and check on you and that they know where you are in case anything goes wrong. Okay, so make sure that you've also done a warm up and stretch before we get started. Remember, you can pause this video at any time to take a drink, or you can pause it now if you've not already done your warm up and stretch and do that quickly. And yeah, we're going to move straight on to working on our core today. Our core is super important for protecting us from injury, especially very important for protecting our back. We need a good strong core for making all of our different shapes, our tuck shapes, our pike shapes, our dish shapes, our arch shapes, our straight shapes, even our squat position for our landings. And it's very important to have a good strong core to hold nice start positions and finish positions, and for our kickouts, for doing nice sharp kickouts in all of our somersaults. Core is very important for lots of different skills like our handstands and our handsprings, our round offs, our flips, our whips. It's very important for rolls, for jumps, and for balances. So I'm sure you can tell that it is super important to have a good strong core for almost every discipline that we do in Dynamite, from general gymnastics to floor and vaults to display, trampoline, tumble, and CMT all need a very good core for all of those different disciplines. It is also super important because our core exercises make up a lots of different parts of our range and conditioning, and that is super important to have a good range and conditioning if we want to go down south and represent Team Scotland at the regional team finals. It is also super important to have a strong core for staying tight in lots of different skills and passes and routines and runs, and for making sure that we have a really strong core to stay tight in case anything is going wrong in one of those passes or runs or routines. If we've got a strong core, we can hopefully pull that back together, that run or that pass or that routine, and get all the way to the very last skill. And yeah, super important also, our core is very important for making sure that we have a lot of endurance for those longer display routines so that we can make it all the way through to the very end and still be doing some lovely balances. So before we start off with today's session, it is important that we are confident with a lot of different shapes in gymnastics. So we're going to be using our front support positions, our back support positions, our side support positions, our dish position, our arch position, our squatting position, our straight shape, our downward dog. Okay, so it's very important that we know how to do those properly. If you do not feel confident with those positions and those shapes, make sure to check out the previous videos where I go through lots of different progressions, lots of different options for doing those shapes and for doing them safely and for making sure that we're doing them with the correct technique. So I am going to go through the correct technique for those shapes right now, just to give you a wee reminder. Okay, we want to always make sure that our head is in line with our body. Okay, we want to make sure that we have our hands directly under our shoulders in our support positions. We want to make sure that our fingers are always facing forwards. We want to make sure that we are bracing our tummy, squeezing tight through our core muscles. We want to have a nice flat back position in all of those positions. We want to have straight arms where possible. We want to make sure that we are squeezing our glutes. We want to make sure that in our squatting position, our toes are pointed out slightly. We want to make sure that we have nice pointed toes. and nice straight legs where possible. And if we're doing any position that involves our back, it's super important that that is flat to the floor or completely straight, depending on what position we are doing, okay? So let's move on and get started with today's different circuits. In today's video, we are going to be doing single leg V-sit or toe tap exercises. So we are going to do a circuit. It's going to have 3 rounds. Each round is going to have a minute break in between, and there are going to be 12 different exercises which we are going to do for 30 seconds each. Okay, so I'm going to start off by showing you the exercises. First, we are going to have back support. So we're going to be in a back support position like that, and we're just going to lift one leg up as high as we can, nice and straight, and then switch and do the same on the other side. Next up, we are going to be doing it in front support or downward dog. So we're going to be going into the front support position, coming up, tapping our toes on each side. Then we're going to be doing a straight leg bird dog. So we're going to have our legs out completely straight like this, opposite arm to opposite leg, and we're going to be lifting them up, straight leg, straight arm, same on the other side, and swapping back over and going continuously. Then we're going to be in side support, and again we're going to have our arm up, legs completely straight, and we're going to be going up to touch our toe and back down. And we're going to do the same on the other side in side support as well. Then we're going to be moving on to a V-sit in a dish position, a single leg V-sit, and we're going to be reaching up to touch our toes and back down into the dish position in between. Next up, we are going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to be using a weight. So you can use a dumbbell, you can use a pillow, you can use a cushion, a kettlebell, a weight blade, whatever you've got handy for that exercise. Then we're going to move on to a dead bug. So we're going to be doing this with straight legs. So down in our dead bug position, leg up completely straight, and we're going to be swapping over, trying to keep that leg as straight as we can each time. Okay, next exercise we're going to be moving on to is a standing straight leg drive. So we're going to be up like this, we're going to be reaching up, touching our toe on each side. And then we're going to move on to doing a straight leg, high leg running. So running with our legs up nice and straight, trying to get them as high as we can. Then we're going to move on to our next exercise, which is going to be a squat and straight leg drive. So squatting all the way down and up, and then straight leg kick. And same on the other side. Then we're going to be doing a lunge and kick. So lunging all the way down and then up, straight leg kick, and back down on the other side. And a straight leg kick. And go. side support. Other side. In dish. With a dumbbell or weight. Dead bug. Standing. Turning. Squat. And go. Inside support. Other side. In dish. With a dumbbell or weight. Dead bug. Standing. turning. Squat. And a lunge. And go. And side support. Other side. In dish. With a dumbbell or weight. Dead bug. Standing. Running. Squat. And a lunge. So that's you at the end of your circuits. Congratulations, you've done an excellent job. Don't forget to be nice and safe and do a good cool down and a stretch after you've finished. And if you have anything that is sore, make sure to tell your carer so that they know, in case there's anything wrong, to go and get you checked out. Okay, so make sure to like and subscribe the videos so that you can keep up with all of the different videos that all of the coaches are putting up. And I hope you are having an excellent time at school and you've had a really, really good week. Okay, bye guys.